Hi everyone, I'm Abby with the Middletown Historical Society. We thought during this time of stay at home that we could keep the blues at bay by doing some cooking and baking. We're using a cookbook from our collection. It's called Reliable Recipes. It was originally compiled by the New Century Club in 1919, more than 100 years ago. The New Century Club was an organization devoted to improving the lives of Middletown women and met in their clubhouse on North Broad Street. That building now houses the 1861 restaurant. Today, we're going to be making rice and meat croquettes, a recipe that was submitted by Mrs. Lee Pennington. I'm gonna head over to our cook and let him take it away.
Hey everybody, so I'm Drew. I'm gonna be your cook for today. So just a couple pointers with this recipe is that back 100 years ago in recipe books, they didn't always give the full directions into what you're supposed to do. So what I did here was, since I don't really want to handle a 100-year-old book, I have it all on my cell phone. I just took a picture of it. So what the recipe says is we're going to have 1 cup boiled rice, which is what we have right here, a finely chopped cooked meat, which we will do that in just a second, any kind, 1 teaspoon salt, a little pepper, 2 teaspoons butter, ½ cup milk, 1 egg. So that's our ingredients. Then the instructions are put milk on to boil, add the rice, meat, and seasonings. When this boils, add the eggs and crumb. Fry in deep fat. So that's a little vague for me. So I think for my interpretation, what I'm going to do is we're gonna go ahead and cook the meat, and then we're gonna go ahead and boil all that stuff together. Once we have that done, I'm gonna roll up the meat, put it in with the milk, and then we're gonna dip it in some whipped up egg, roll it in some breadcrumbs that we have here, and then we're gonna deep fry it, which is pretty much how you just make a regular croquette. So that's what we're gonna do today. So we'll be right there. Hey everybody, so we all know the first thing before you even get started with cooking that you need to do, especially during these uncertain times, is we need to wash our hands. So, happy birthday to you, 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 oh, happy birthday to you, and many more. Hey guys, so it says that we need finely cooked meat, finely chopped cooked meat. So what I'm gonna do, what I have here is I have ground beef, which is just as good as any other meat, but it's whatever you feel in the mood for. So you could do this with, you can chop up chicken, you can chop up pork, whatever you feel in the mood for that night. So I'm going to do ground beef, and I'm just cooking it up here, and of course just making it as small chunks as possible as you would with any ground beef recipe. All right. You're going to use a ½ cup of milk, and so you just want to keep having that there until it boils, and then you're going to add all the seasonings in with it, the salt and the pepper, and you want to just keep making sure that you stir the milk so that it, when it does start boiling, it doesn't curdle. So we'll just keep stirring this, and we'll check it in just a bit. Hey, so we're back again. We got our milk boiling. So now we're going to add the meat and the seasoning. So just go ahead and add in that bit of whatever you chose. If you chose to do ground beef like we did, or if you chose to do something else. Love to hear what you chose. If you chose a duck, that would be cool. Yeah, interesting to see somebody make this with duck. Then you just add, it says a teaspoon of salt. I'm really reluctant with salt because I'm not a huge fan of it myself. So I'm just going to use a dash in there. And I'm going to use a bit more pepper. They say just a dash, but I like a little flavor in my life. So I'm going to add just a bit more there. So then you're just going to mix it up and keep it going until it just cooks. And we're going to add the rice after I mix this up a little bit. So just going to have to scoop some of this in. And you want the rice fully cooked before you make this. So you get half a cup of rice, and that will really just bring the flavors. This is a really nice comfort food kind of food. And you know, we're just all about comfort food right now at these home quarantines. What we're gonna do is we've added 2 more eggs as I've added a bit more rice and meat than the recipe called for. So as you can tell, I've rolled a couple for demonstration just to make sure that it would work. But what we're gonna do is we've added 2 extra eggs, so that's 3 eggs in total. And you're just gonna go ahead and plump them into nice balls. Now, you need to play with them as little as possible so that you can just roll them, put them on a plate, and then they'll be ready for the frying. Okay, so now we're just gonna take our beautifully rolled croquettes and we're just gonna dip them right into our lard, as they call it, which we just used about a half a stick of butter. So just stick them on in there, let them fry up, and we'll let them cook. All right, guys, we are all done with our beautiful rice and hamburger croquettes. So when you serve these for a meal, you can add a gravy or tomato sauce, whatever your preference is, whatever you like. And just so you also know, my bread seasoning was an Italian bread crumb that we used, so it's really yummy and delicious. And it gives it a little bit more flavor than just the salt and the pepper to flavor it. So I hope you enjoy, and I can't wait to cook with you next time.